Theater, where the venue is your mind. In my dream theater, who knows what you will find? An epic, a mystery, a vision, a dream. My dream theater.
In tonight's dream, Nothing Simple, written by Jerrod Jordahl.
That's better. Shush. Quiet. Quiet is better. Better for working. Working to make things better. Shh. Quiet. Yes. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Yes, thank God that turned out okay. Ha ha ha. Yes, thank God the roof on the... Thank God the car on the... with the... Thank God plastic, or the economy, and the... Thank God food. They don't even eat food I put there. They go and make up stuff with other stuff, and then they get their stuff all messed up, and they sit on the toilet and say, thank God that's over. But it's never over because they do it again the next day. Every day. Endless days. Endless, beautiful days of misery. Miserably endless days. Beauty? It was there a moment ago. How many clouds can one god make anyway? Or flowers, or cats, or colas. Or does it matter? Because it doesn't take long until it's just screams and MMA and screams scare the cats away. And the flowers, no one noticed. And the clouds, no one cared. Is that an apple? Why, yes, it was. But now it's more like the idea of an apple that tastes less than the memory of one. So here, if you want, here's a million to choke on. They can float in your water too, that black water you like to keep by the highway where that sick rat will drink. No! Quiet! Stop! Go away! Stop! You come in with your voices and ideas and the whole plan fills up with junk. The whole place gets filled up with terrible junk. No! It's better when you stop, because when you stop, I can think. And when I think I want to make something nice for a change. Something lovely that will last, that will be loved. It doesn't even have to be all that amazing. It can be something small, simple. Something like, I don't know, what's simple? The first taste of cold water? No, even more simple than that. A stack of books. Yes, that's nice. Nice and simple. A nice, simple stack of books. Things like that. All things like that. Everything from a simple stack of books to something big and grand. I don't know what. A mountain? Well, yes, of course a mountain, but other things too. Like a healthy economy. Well, maybe not that. Too grand. But other stuff. A dog twitching in their sleep, for example. And a nice haircut, a cool breeze, a ripe banana, or the fortitude to do the things you don't want to do but must, or a hug, your first love, or even more so, your last, and everything in between. A handshake, a shared bank account, a new prestige drama on HBO, the smell of a damp forest, moss, moisturizer, a good job with a short commute, quarterly returns and an inside tip, online medicine prescriptions delivered to your door, Labor Day sales, newsletters that announce Labor Day sales, content, comment sections, paywalls, subscriptions, a nice flat piece of land in the shape of a server farm, birds falling out of the sky, children bawling for their... No, stop, shoot, go on. Scurry away to some horrific place where no one can hear you. Look at the mess they've made. Land in the shape of a server farm. Who needs that? Who could be happy here? Is someone supposed to stumble upon this piece of land and say, will you look at that? A gift from God, just what the family needs, and it even has birds falling out of the sky. That's no life. A life should be, or could be, a person is born with no real risk to anyone. An easy birth with just enough stakes to make for an interesting story. To start their life off with a sense of accomplishment. A snowstorm or road construction. I don't know. But they're named Taylor, and they laugh early. And each moment is documented and loved and shared with aunts and uncles via an online photo printing service. And photos of Taylor pointing curiously at a large bird in a zoo are put on refrigerators across 3 states. And that bird will leave an impression on Taylor, who will grow to love all birds in iridescent colors. And they'll draw a bird when they are 5, and they will call it Blue, even though they colored it red. And Blue will live on Taylor's wall for 3 years. But when Taylor's 17, they throw a shoe at their friend's pet bird because it won't stop making noise and quiet now. None of that. Be still. So, Taylor has thrown a shoe. No escaping that. But they feel awful about it and cry about it later in their room alone, looking out the window at a tree, imagining all the living things that call it home. And Taylor never again harms another creature, great or small, on purpose. In fact, when Taylor is 40, they will risk their safety saving a bird trapped in a hot garage. And later, when Taylor is 47, they will tell both stories late at night after a bottle of wine to Chris, who they will fall in love with. For the rest of their life, they will be in love. And it will be hard when they go into debt because they can't stop needing things. I'm not listening. Not this time. Yes, they will always need and they will always be in debt. But they will always remember when Taylor said, and I was a teenager with teenage anger, and the bird was yelling. For what? I don't know. Probably to be let out. Probably screaming to please be let out. Please, God, let me out. And I threw my shoe, and the bird fell to the bottom of its cage and went quiet and looked at me like its whole world has been destroyed, like nothing would ever be safe again, and I am so ashamed. And Chris touched Taylor on the shoulder and said, that child still lives inside of you, scared and throwing shoes, and will until you take hold of that child and say, you are okay, you are safe and you are free. And that child will say, please just let me out, please just let me out. So let that child out, and Taylor fell in love, and that child was let out, screaming joy in the face of a solar panel, flying wildly in the face of the dark pattern, setting server farms on fire, putting birds back into the sky. The birds are back in the sky. Yeah, like that. Simple.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Mind Dream Theater. Good night.